What's up, everybody? This is your boy Marcellus.
This your girl Ronnie.
It's Tim Hawley.
And Al X.
And we're coming at you with the KXVS
Morning Show.
Welcome to the afternoon entertainment hour at OJ's Juice Bar, and here's today's juice.
Listen to OJ's Juice Bar, Sundays at 4 p.m. on KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
Hello, this is Darius with Divine Numerology. Thank you for tuning in. This is the spot where you can learn all about numerology, where you can learn about all different types of spiritual approaches, holistic health news, and information that's just coming out. We got some awesome treats for you guys today. We have awesome fitness trainer, and we have someone from Philadelphia we're going to be interviewing today. And along with that, we're also going to be going over the number of today and explaining how that we can do that ourselves. So we got some treats for you guys today. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay, that fixing plays over. Turn this out. Coming soon.
Warm, stagnant weather may be the catalyst for ground-level ozone, but you can make a difference. From the San Joaquin Valley Air District, this is your Healthy Air Living Report. The valley's bowl-like shape and weather do help create the perfect conditions to breed high levels of smog. But the emissions we create are the main ingredient of this type of air pollution. What you do on a daily basis does make a difference, so help us reduce harmful emissions by living a healthy air life and thinking about where you can reduce your pollution-producing activities. We must leave no stone unturned when searching for ways to clean our valley's air and protect public health. For a list of ideas on how you can help, visit healthyairliving.com. That's healthyairliving.com. This has been your Healthy Air Living Report from the Valley Air District. Did you know one gas lawnmower emits about the equivalent of 40 late model cars? From the Valley Air District, this is your Healthy Air Living Report. Electric mowers are easier to use, lighter, and quieter than gas mowers, with no spills and no emissions. And they work just as well on an average-sized lawn. Now it's easier than ever to replace your old gas mower with an electric model and get as much as $250 off with Clean Green Yard Machines, the lawnmower trade-in program from the Valley Air District. Just visit the grants section of valleyair.org for program details, an application, and a list of all the participating scrap metal dealers in the San Joaquin Valley where you can turn in your old polluting gas mower. Once you've purchased one of the many eligible electric mowers, send in your receipt, application, and verification that you retired your old gas burner, sit back, and wait for your money. That's valleyair.org. Clean Green Yard Machines. This has been your Healthy Air Living Report from the Valley Air District.
Welcome back to The Cat Show. Up next we have Nico. Nico is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right. A group known especially for their sunspot sleeping, ball chasing, leg rubbing, couch purring, bed leaping, and of course companionship.
Wonderful. And what breed would you say Nico is?
I'd have to go with a tabbyish Persian kind of mix.
Tremendous cat.
I'd also like to point out her coat's wonderful mix of colors. Is it black, gray, gray-black, brown?
Somewhere in between.
Indeed.
You know, it's always special when we get to see a cat like this.
Just look how she struts.
It's like she owns the place.
And how she's so incredibly cute in her indifference to commands.
A strong-willed feline.
Ah, and see how she curls up and cuddles her person.
The pitch on her purring is simply perfect.
Nice one.
I know. Fantastic cat.
Fantastic indeed. But really the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Nico is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Julie Dameron, local veterinarian for over 20 years. I am so excited about my new radio show, Tales and Tips, on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, Voice of Stockton, and KXVS Radio. I will discuss relevant issues affecting animals and pet owners today, how to avoid common problems, and how to extend the quality of life for your cherished companions. As a community advocate, I will also discuss important social issues that affect our city. I plan to showcase organizations and heroes who are doing amazing things to help others. Remember to tune in every Tuesday morning at 10, starting soon.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
For over 70 years, Smokey Bear has asked you to use fire responsibly.
Fire is due to an unattended campfire. Go time.
Here's how you can stay on the front lines of preventing wildfires. Always watch your campfire. Before leaving, drown it, stir it, drown it again, and feel that the fire is out cold.
Oh, bullseye!
And you won't need a visit from Dusty's team.
Copy that.
Visit SmokeyBear.com for more fire prevention tips. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state foresters, and the Ad Council.
KXVS on 92.1 coming soon. KXVS.
Hello. So this is Darius Oliver. Thank you guys. You all tuned in. Thank you guys for supporting me, for always being here, for always listening, and checking up with us and seeing what news we got, what we're talking about these numbers, what we got going on. Today I'm going to talk about the number of the day, and I found some really cool ways to incorporate what we call the ancient cards. I'll call them the ancient cards with numerology and what it means. So for those of you who don't know about the ancient cards, they are cards that explain different archetypes for our interaction with other humans in our life, different themes that we come across. There's other names for them that are but a less controversial name is, I'll just call them the ancient cards. It starts with the Fool, then it goes to the Magician, then the High Priestess, then the Empress, then the Emperor, then the Spiritual Teacher, and it goes from then on to explain a lot of different other concepts. So I found a way to incorporate numerology with these ancient cards in that system of interpretation, and it's really awesome when taking a look at that, because we have in numerology these things called personal days, personal years, personal months, and the different energies will tell us what which one of these cards is more compatible, or which energy is perceived and picked up by these cards. So today, for instance, is the 15th. So in the ancient cards, the number 15 would be associated with a being known as Pan. And Pan, he's an ancient being, an ancient archetype, and he's associated with the number 15. The number 15, when we add that, 1 plus 5, it gives us 6. Why we take the number 15? Because today's the 15th, so it's the number of the day. It equals 6. 1 is the individuality, the self, issues related to the self, and other themes that are related. And so the 5 relates to the freedom and discipline. And this is relating to how we express ourselves in a way that is truly freeing us to really be there for ourselves and to express our freedom. And in order to experience true freedom, we have to make sure that we're disciplined in that. So the 15th brings into the factor, the self that is here to embrace its own freedom. The 1 and the 5, when we get the 6, it's love, harmony, vision, acceptance, balance, and themes related to family, domestic life, and such like that. And also the number 6 relates to material abundance, material satisfaction. It's so funny, for those of you out there familiar with the Bible, it was on the 6th day that man was actually created. And that brings me to our guest today. We have Sylvonya Moore, and it's so awesome how we actually met, because we met, hey, first of all, I want to thank you, Sylvonya, for being on the show today.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. We met really in a really cool way. It was last month.
Yeah, just really random too, actually.
Yeah, you want to tell them about how that was?
So my behalf, I was just coming from the gym, and I decided to stop by the gas station and get some refreshments. And that day, I was actually wearing the number 24 on my shirt, which caught Darius's attention. And he asked me if I knew what it meant. I told him, no, I'm just randomly wearing this shirt.
Wearing a shirt.
Yep. Didn't really look too much into what the number meant or anything. So then that was when he started explaining a little bit about what he does with divine numerology, and also the number, to let you guys know, was 24. And I believe we connected that to my birth date.
Yep.
2 + 4 is 6. And then 2 just randomly in connection with today. It's the 15th. And like he was explaining earlier, 1 + 5, that's also 6. So kind of a little bit of a random coincidence.
Yeah, because we met on the day of it. The day equaled 6.
Yep.
And you were born on the 24th.
No, on the 6th.
On the 6th. Okay,
yep, of November. Thanks. Yep.
6th of November. We met on the 6th day. Mm-hmm. And you're wearing the shirt that says 24.
Yep.
And then we're like, hey, you know what? What do you do? Oh, yeah, you said you do health and fitness.
Yep. So I actually train at a local gym here in Stockton. It's called CrossFit Dark Element. And what I do is I do weight loss training, and I also do sports performance. So just to give you guys a little bit of my background, I was born and raised in Stockton. I went to Tokay High School out in Lodi. From Tokay, I then went on to San Joaquin Delta College, where I played 2 years on the women's basketball team. And from there, I ended up receiving a full ride scholarship to the East Coast, Southern Connecticut State University, where I continued my academic career as well as finishing out my basketball career. And a little while after I got out of college, I got involved with the health and fitness company, and I began running my own boot camps. I was running around in Stockton and also in Lodi at the Patterson Park, and at the park here in Stockton, Sherwood Park, right behind the malls.
Nice.
So I ended up getting away from it for a little bit after I had my child and stuff like that. But now I'm back with it. Like I said, I do sports performance and weight loss training. The gym is called CrossFit Dark Element. It's located at 744 North El Dorado. And yeah, I take all clients. I do a free evaluation for anyone who's interested. I also partner with a meal prepping company. My business partners, they're Prep House Meals. So they deal a lot more with the nutrition aspect and proportions. And I'm just solely dealing with the training and, helping people reach their goals.
Awesome. So what what type of people would be interested or could benefit from your services?
Well, really, it could be just the off-season athlete who's, could be home for the summer or for a break, who's looking to stay in shape. I know from my own personal experience, while I was in college, our strength and conditioning coach would send us with packets home to do over the summer, so that, just to make sure that we stayed in shape. Because let me tell you, if you didn't work out over the summer when you were in college, when you went back, your coaches don't want to hear no excuses or anything. All they want to know is, why weren't you working out? Why are you not where you need to be, conditioning wise, strength wise? So definitely for, the college athlete. And then again, on the weight loss side, just for your average person who may be looking to, tone up or lose some weight, or, they have a desired size or figure that they want to get down to, if they want to build muscle, just for the average person. And even just anyone like myself, I know I get a lot of compliments. People say I look fit, but there's more to looking fit than I heard someone say, don't just look fit, actually be fit.
Right.
So, actually be able to work out. And I'm a firm believer of, I don't like to put my clients through anything that I haven't done myself. Because it helps you coach a little bit more. For me, I'll give you guys a secret about myself. I absolutely hate working out by myself. Like, I love working out, but I find it to be kind of boring just working out by myself. And so that's just a mental aspect of it. So having done the workouts myself, I know what it's like to have to push through when you feel that pain, when you feel that burning. I know what it's like to have to, talk to yourself a little bit and, tell yourself you can and I can do this, and, that will help you get through. So I'm definitely a firm believer of, I like to stay in shape myself and actually be fit, not just look the part. And yeah, it's passing my expertise over to all my clients.
Awesome. So what are some of the ways that people can reach you? I know you mentioned a website, right?
Yes. Right now I'm just on social media. I do have an Instagram page. It's called more_training, and that's MOORE_TRAINING. And then you can also find me on Facebook too, underneath the same name, More Training. And just typing it up regular, MOORE space training. I'm currently working on building a website. But right now I'm working on getting a little bit more material. I definitely getting ready to start a YouTube training page where I will be weekly putting up new videos of different exercises and workouts that target certain areas and of your body. So that's where you guys can find me at. Awesome.
So you want to know a little bit more about the number 6?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. And all right, guys, so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the number 6, especially today since it's the 15th. So this is coming out of the book, King's Book of Numerology, which is actually one of my personal mentors. It's written by Richard Andrew King. If you guys want to get it, it's a great book. The number 6, so the number 6 loves, personally, it is home, hearth, matters of the heart, and romance. 6 nurtures, and like the 2 is kind, soft, gentle, loving, warm, conscientious, conventional, comforting, protective, peacemaking, responsive, responsible, dependable, devoted, understanding, and sympathetic. In contrast to the 2, the 6 moves the understanding of love and relationship into the concept of the family and expresses those qualities needed to perfect and protect it. Therefore, 6, the mother of the earth, is the vibration of domesticity. She loves with open arms and a tender heart, is artistic, loves beauty, and is community-oriented. 6 is a loyal friend and counselor, a port in the storm for wayward wayfarers. The number 6 not only loves, but adjusts. It accommodates, reconciles, harmonizes, and balances. 6 loves music, and many great singers possess its vibration. It is the second energy of the communication triad. 3, 6, and 9, and balances the second triad of opposites, the 4 and 5, through its understanding of active adjustment. The spiritual lesson of the number 6 is unconditional love and service. So the 6 vibration is very powerful. It as a number of the day, it takes on a slightly different energy when the 15 covers it. But I think that it's so telling that for you, as far as the number 6, Sylvonya, how we actually met on that day, and then how you're doing this show. You came here on the 15th, which equals 6.
Yep.
And that, so what I would say, because one of the things that I do on the show too is I tell people how to work with their numbers.
Okay.
So, perfect example to everybody listening, everybody watching. When I tell you, work with your numbers, this is what I mean. I'm born on the 5th. So, the day that I actually started this radio show was on May the 5th, the 5th month, on the 5th day of that month.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is the first time that Sylvonya's ever done anything with radio. And it's on the 15th, which is a 6th day. We met on a 6th day. She's born on a 6th day, and she was wearing a shirt that equaled 6. Sylvonya, take a look at my shirt. My hat. What number do you see?
23.
23.
Yep.
Guess why I got 23 hat on?
Why is that?
Because I'm born on the 5th.
Oh wow.
And so it's ways to work with our numbers. So it's so interesting. You were using your numbers, but you didn't even know it.
Didn't know anything about it at the time.
You're wearing 24 on a 6th day.
Yep.
What do you think about that? Like, as I'm like making you wear, like telling you this.
Like, just learning it. I think it's pretty amazing. Like how it just added up like that. It's like one of those things where you're kind of like, okay, that's a little weird. Like, what are the chances? So I think it's pretty unique.
Awesome. I want to thank you again for being on the show, Sylvonya.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me again.
Yeah, if you want to let the people know how they can get a hold of you one more time, especially if there's a number they can reach you at, or email.
Definitely. So of course I'll give you guys my number and my email. But also you can find both of those on my Instagram page. Right below my profile description, it'll say text or email. And either or is perfect for me. You can even give me a call if you like. My number is 209-405-8905. And just say, hey, I heard you on the radio. I know you do training and fitness, and I'm looking to get involved. I will definitely invite you in to a free evaluation. And just to give you a little information too, right now I am running a 10 a.m. session with a couple of girls who are actually looking to go into the police academy. And then I also am starting Monday. I will be running a boot camp style class, 7:30 p.m. And there's a little bit of people in there. It's going to be a combination of some of my clients and also some of the owners' clients of the gym. And like I said, I train out of CrossFit Dark Element, and it's kind of like a one-stop shop. You can, if you want to get involved with meal preps, we also deliver there. You can pick your meals up there. We're also working with, we have some Herbalife products there as well. So where you can receive, your post-recovery shakes, healthy meal replacements. And then, of course, whatever it is, fitness desires that you're looking to get involved with. We have a few trainers there, not just myself. But Ernie Delos, who's training for the Sacramento Kings this up-and-coming season. We also have another trainer, Z, and also the owner of the gym, JT. So there's quite a few people, quite a few options that you guys can do. And also, if you just like to email me, my email is morephfitness@yahoo.com. And that's morephfitness@yahoo.com. So that's how you guys can reach me.
Awesome. Thank you again, Sylvonya, for being on the show, and we look forward to seeing you at some point in the future.
Yes,
All you guys out there that are looking to get in fit, get that fitness up, get that 6-pack back. We're talking about the number 6. We want that 6-pack. So
yes, let's
you
do
guys
it.
contact Sylvonya. She'll show you how. Until then, we're going to be right back. We got another awesome guest, guys. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. This is Darius with Divine Numerology. We'll be right back. Peace.
You're listening to KXVS on 92.1, coming soon.
Imagine me, a dog, moving in with a human. I didn't know how it would work. Turns out, my human's pretty entertaining. For instance, every time I give my human his ball, he throws it as far as he can. And I'm like, dude, that's your ball. So I go get it. But he just throws it. Again. I gotta say, though, the more he does it, the funnier it is. I love my human.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. But every driver seeks the pinnacle of their achievements. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school, I learned that I'm ugly and useless. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. In history, I learned that I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick. And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me.
In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. And in math, I learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today?
The only thing I didn't learn today.
The only thing I didn't learn
is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place. And then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
KXVS on 92.1. Coming soon.
Hello, we are back. Thanks for tuning in. This is Darius with Divine Numerology. We have an awesome guest on with us today, live from Philadelphia. We have Domino Effect. I call her Domino Effect because that's the effect that she has on people. When she talks to you and she shares her light, she shares a message with you, it creates a chain effect that touches your life and other people's life that you come in contact with. It's kind of like the butterfly effect, the ripple effect. You throw a stone in the water and it ripples and just echoes and echoes. That's the kind of effect she has on people. That's the effect that she's had in my life personally. And she's on here with us today, and she is an incredible spiritual mystic and teacher and healer. She's going to share with us some wisdom today about what she does and how we can get in contact with her from Stockton and from the Central Valley area. So I just want to say, Dominique, are you on?
Hello.
Hey, you can hear me? Cool. So I just want to say thank you for being on the show today. First off.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, so we know that, you know, the guests, everyone knows that, you know, you're from Philadelphia, the East Coast, the other side of this country. And, you know, but what, you know, I just want to ask for those of the people that are listening, what do you do?
Okay, well, hello, all the Stardusted souls that are listening, and thank you for tuning in today for Darius's awesome, amazing show. I love him very much. And what I do is, right now I'm in Philadelphia. I have a very small community center, and it is called H.O.W.L, like what a wolf does, Awareness Center. And I am a Reiki Master Teacher. I am an IET practitioner, and I will be an IET practitioner. I will be an IET Master November. I am the Oracle of Apollo. So I am an Oracle over here in Philadelphia. So my title is officially PCL, which is technically a High Priestess. And basically, I'm just here to help people on their path and develop my own path as I continue to go along. And the Oracle title also is combined with me being a medium and a multi-dimensional trance channeler.
Awesome. Awesome. So the question begs itself. So all that spiritual activity, how did you get into this? How did you discover that this was the path for you to take?
I feel like we always ask for answers when we're not really sensitive yet. And then because it's not being given in the format that you want it to come in, you kind of ignore it or feel as though that it never came to you. And I don't believe that. I definitely believe that if you're patient and you continue to assist yourself, that you'll be able to listen and hear it and witness it and experience the messages. And it's gone from never really seeing any messages or experience to every single day my life is an experience. Every moment my life is an experience. But it wasn't until I got bedridden with an unknown illness at the time a few years ago that I asked the angels. I said, look, I don't even know if you guys exist, but if you do, just help me out. I've been in this bed for 3 weeks. My family was deteriorating as far as their health as well. And that's when I first met Archangel Raphael. Ooh. And I had never seen him before. And he appeared to me in a free form of green energy. And I told my mom, and she thought I was absolutely crazy, of course.
Wow. Was he handsome?
I saw him as a freeform energy. It wasn't until much later that I saw him as an angel. As angels, they show themselves to you in the form that they feel is less threatening for you. The easiest form for you to take.
That makes sense. So what you're saying is, to those who are kind of new on this path, when you saw Raphael for the first time, the archangel, he appeared in a way that was non-threatening, something that wouldn't overly shock you, but something that you could take at that time. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just odd enough for me to continue to pay attention to it. It's just like, whoa, what is this lava-like green light of ball light just following me around? And it wasn't until a few synchronized things that happened where I received the book, and it basically was the Idiot's Guidebook to Angels. And I love this book. Everybody should absolutely own this book, especially if you're beginning. And that's when I learned that he comes to people as a green form of energy as well.
Wow. So anybody that happens to see this green, free-flowing energy, this substance that's just kind of floating, or like any kind of light or anything like that, that's what it might be?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people see angels as lights and free-form energy just moving, and we just don't have the names for them.
Ah, okay. That makes a lot of sense, because I can relate. Back when I was younger, I saw a blue flash of light. That makes a lot of sense. And then I looked it up, and it had something to do with a being known as Metatron.
Yeah, Metatron and Michael too.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. That's how you actually, came on this path. It was kind of like that was kind of like them extending like an invitation to you. It's like, hey, we have chosen you. It is your time.
It was definitely like that. And when I started to follow the breadcrumbs, I actually experienced Metatron. And it was like I was standing inside of the Matrix. I woke up to my bedroom being filled with numbers and sequences and patterns that never repeated.
Wow. Oh, wow. So that's how you came. That's how you got started in it. What encouragement or what did you receive like along the way that helped you to continue? Because I know that I spoke to some people, they say, oh, no, I'm not messing with that. I saw that. Oh, whoa. No, let me pray some more and let me, take my mind off of that. What would you advise to someone like in that situation? Like, what did you do?
I'm Puerto Rican, and that's noteworthy to say because growing up, you hear a lot of something called Santeria, and that's basically the island magic of my people. And this has like a negative view on it because of what it can possibly achieve. It's similar to the voodoo, but it has good and it has negative, just like everything else does in the world. And what kept me motivated was I started to heal. I had just came out of a divorce. I lost my house. I had lost my job. I lost my health. I was losing my mind. And it just helped me begin to heal and start to give me purpose. I started to go to Reiki and I started to get healing done. And then I noticed, oh my goodness, this is helping me so much. This is so simple. How does not other people know about this? How is this not on the TV? How are people not screaming this from the rooftops? And then I said, if this could help me, this could help other people. And I just started to put the word out there. Come meet me. Let's talk about this.
Wow. And so you said, hey, look, I'm here. I'm willing to learn and do what is necessary. Show me where to go.
Pretty much. And that led me to opening up a metaphysics group at a park. That park ended because the summer ended, and divinely I was guided to opening my center with $3 in my pocket.
Wow. So just to clarify, from the background, the people that were in the environment were familiar with something called Santeria, like you mentioned, and it has its own system of spiritual work to it. But this that you're describing is not the same as that. Is that correct?
Yes, it's not the same as that. So I've had to push through a lot of red tape just because I am a Boricua woman who practices some type of spirituality. And it's hard for my people to see this and allow it or to try it. So it's been a really long road so far, definitely worth the effort. But I have, I'm not here to convince or save anybody or anything, but I'm just here to say, hey, you know what? This has worked for me. It makes me happier. It makes me healthier. It makes me more balanced. I'll introduce it to you, and you can just make up your own mind on what it is.
I think that's awesome, especially the fact that you kind of just say, hey, look, this is what has been working for me. If you want to try it, great. I think that's awesome. So what message do you think that people need to hear, or how do you think that the angels, like how Raphael came and contacted you, what effect do you think that they're going to have on the planet at this time?
What effect do I think the angels are going to have at the planet on this time?
As far as what I mean by that is how they came to you and how they invited you to come onto your spiritual path and how you embraced it. What message do you have for the people that might be listening right now?
Okay, guys, if you're listening and you're afraid, everybody is afraid. We all start off afraid. You know what makes you unafraid? Trial. You go ahead, you do it, you see for yourself. You can listen to all of the reviews. You can listen. There's going to be a negative and there's going to be a positive for everything. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. Go try it for yourself. Experience for yourself. And then afterwards, don't think about it. Just give yourself a couple of days to process it and see how that helps you. If you're the type of person that is always looking at the things half full, then, you know, this is something that you're going to take half full as well. So make sure you go into this with an open mind and an open heart. And if it scares you, then the more reason for you to do it. Our life is not about being blocked by our fear. It is about experiencing our fear to the fullest and gaining courage and strength and understanding and experience from this.
That's powerful. And to our listeners, I want to say this because now I spent some time over in the East Coast, and that's where I met Dominique. And, you know, before I came back to Stockton, there was it was a big decision that had to be made. And I had been asking, remember back then when I was asking you for like advice and guidance, and you would pull up some of the cards for me.
Yeah,
and,
I remember.
You know, it was a real big transition that I was going through at that time. Huge transition, just moving all the way to the other side of the country. And I'm just like, man, is this the right time? Should I do this? I don't know. Is this a good idea? Was it going to work out? And I called you, and just right on the spot, you were like, hey, you know, I was in Boston. You're in Philadelphia. I'm just in this store, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just got this idea. Is it going to work? That's all I wanted to know. Even though you were in another state, you were able to help me out in that time of where I needed some clarity. And I remember how quick you helped, how quick you came and responded. You know, I was in my learning process and still am in my learning process. And I just asked, and you pulled up the one card just straight up. You said, okay, I'm going to grab my cards. You shuffled them, pulled them up. First card came up was the Sun card out of the tarot. And that's the most positive card. Isn't that the most positive card in the entire deck?
It is. It's the happiest, most positive card in the deck.
Yeah. And that was the first one that came up. And, you know, I was like, oh, what does that mean? You were like, oh, well, oh, that's great. That's good. That's good that came up. And the funny thing about it is that I learned later is that, you know, in studying numerology, the 19 is, you know, resonates with the number 1. And the number 1 is actually my life path. And so when you pulled up that card, it was the number 1, it was the Sun. And that was what came up, and it was saying, hey, look, Darius, this is your life path. This is the right direction. And you know what? That's why when I met you, you were like, yeah, my name is Dominique, but they call me Domino Effect. I'm like, why? It's because that's the effect you have on people's lives. So as a result of me, you know, calling you and getting that advice, you know, me and my fiance, me and Jessica, we were able to set some goals, and we were able to accomplish it one after the other. And we had this assuredness, this faith that it was just going to happen. It was just going to work out. And it worked. It happened. And then, you know, just then you actually came down because remember that you came to Mount Shasta.
Yeah.
And you know, you actually saw like, whoa, this is the results of everything. And you were like, and I'm like, whoa, you know, you helped out big time. You helped to bring this about. And so, you know, that's why I really appreciate you and, you know, the things that you've done, and wanted to thank you and let everyone know how much in what way you've impacted our life.
Aw.
You know,
Thank you.
so just want to share that, express that appreciation to you.
And you know, there's so much gratitude for you too. And I'm just gonna point out your hat in the background, the 10/1.
Oh, you see
as
that?
we're talking. I
Awesome.
am peeping that as we're talking about these numbers. And when I
Yeah.
came to see you in Shasta, I was taking my first trip, spiritually and divinely guided by Saint Germain. And I'm very thankful for you hosting me down there while I was visiting, because I really wanted to spend more time in California and give readings and help people, but I just had no funding. So I really appreciate that you made that happen. And in turn, I was able to bring back the Saint Germain Violet Flame medicine. And I've been working with that for a year now, and it has transformed many lives down here in Philadelphia from people who didn't know what the Violet Flame was, including myself.
Wow. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Thank you for sharing that with me. That's pretty cool. So, you know what? And this brings it back. This brings it right back. When I did call you, I was in Boston. You were in Philadelphia. So it doesn't matter where we're at. You know, we could be in different states. Here's this question. I'm sure that our listeners are wondering, how can they get in contact with you? And when they do get in contact with you, what type of services can you offer them over the phone? Maybe they want to visit Philadelphia, or maybe there's someone out here who will fly you out to California. What are some of the things, how can they reach you? And then what are some of the things that you can do for them?
Okay, so you guys can reach me for any kind of multi-dimensional readings, and that basically means connecting to your ascended masters, your spirit guides, your past, present, future, your Akashic records, your past lives, your crossover loved ones as well. You guys can go ahead and follow me on my fan page at Apollo's Claimed One on Facebook. My YouTube channel used to be called Domino Effect, but now it is called Apollo's Claimed One, just because it's easier to find. And you can find me on YouTube there, where I upload messages, totem messages. I work with spirit animals a lot, as well as if you're in Philadelphia, you can find me at H.O.W.L Awareness Center, 6901 Castor Avenue. And the services I offer there are Reiki classes all the way to mastership. I will be offering IET classes all the way up to mastership. I offer a Oracle of Apollo reading, because I am the reincarnated Oracle of Apollo, and that's to connect to the things I just forementioned. And you can also email me at H.O.W.L, H-O-W-L, wellness @gmail.com. That's WELLNESS @gmail.com. And I don't really offer anything over the phone as of right now, because what I do, I feel like so much more personal. So you will need to be able to see me through video. And that's how I've been doing readings online, is through video. And I can just do mediumship readings as well, if someone just wants to cross over and talk to someone who's only just crossed over.
Awesome.
If you want to see our website, you guys can go to howwellness.com if you're in Philadelphia, and see all of our services, and meetup.com/Awaken Philadelphia for all of our events. Oh, and if someone decided to fly me out to California to do readings or to do healings or to do anything like that, I would absolutely love to help in any way I can, anywhere in the world that I can. I am more than happy to be there and to be of service.
Awesome. Thank you again, Dominique, for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me so much.
Absolutely. Anytime. And definitely future visits. I remember when we first met, very first met, me and Jessica, when we met you and we were doing your numerology numbers, and how Venus had come into the reading, and then with the different crystals and how they all work, and how you had recommended certain crystals for me to take on my journey. And I actually did. I got those crystals that you told me to get. You were like, hey, yeah, get the Imperial Topaz, get a pink Kunzite, and get a black Tourmaline and some copper. I still remember those 4 minerals right there. I still remember that. And we still have them too, and we still use them. And just, want to say thanks again, for being on. And everybody out there, to all our guests, thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for week after week supporting me, supporting the show. Thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for asking questions, and, for having such an open mind. And thank you for spreading the word about numerology and about all your questions that you guys have. I really appreciate it, and I welcome the questions, and I welcome the feedback from you guys, and really appreciate you and all of your support. And thank you for your continued support. And that's our show for today, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is Darius with Divine Numerology, and we are out. Tune in for next week, because we will be having some more really awesome topics of conversation. And we're going to be having some shows that are coming up pretty soon in Stockton. So until we meet again, this is Darius with Divine Numerology. Peace.
You're